alongside Phil Chenier. Big cover behind win last night, and not surprisingly, spearheaded by their on-court leader, John Wall.
Yeah, I mean, it's the third game on this West Coast swing, and boy, John has been fantastic in all three games. He wants to close it out the right way, but look at what he's done. Average a little better than 21 a game.
Phoenix coming off of a disheartening home loss Sunday afternoon to the Clippers. Morris, nice feed inside of the baseline, cutting Lynn, who jams it home.
Yeah, nice play by Morris. I mean, again, the flexibility that he provides. They're able to put the ball on the floor a little bit and make some plays for other players.
Yeah, in fact, Coach Hornacek, as Bledsoe gets the steal, considers Marquise Morris one of the top passers on this team. Wizards 8 points off of offensive rebound. Wall looking badly there. Still looking for his first points of the night. There's Green with a nice dish to the cutting Brandon Wright. He drops it in.
Yeah, I think you mentioned Gerald Green more than just a three-point shooter, although I know he leads his team in three-point shooting, but he's shown you a couple of nice passes to set up teammates.
Chance to pull even closer. Pierce on the drive. A beautiful attack by the veteran.
Well, he had to hang a little bit in the air and get to an angle so he could release the shot.
Bledsoe coming right back. And he says, I can do you one better. On the left-hand reverse. A little dribble hesitation by Thomas, but comes up short on the left-hand lay-in opportunity. Wall, pretty crossover, attacks the glass, push it up and in. And just as we saw Washington begin the third quarter, they start out on a roll. Out to Thomas, left wide open for three, and that is not the guy you want to leave open from beyond the arc. Murray is in the backfield. Three receivers out to the right. Beasley flanked out to the right. Single receiver out here to the left is Des Bryant. Romo works from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Romo has time, steps up, throws, wide open Witten at the 30. Witten barreling across the 25, diving for the Detroit 20-yard line. Wow!
Well, who else, Kevin? I mean, you knew it was going to be either Witten or Beasley.
Cobb sets up in the backfield, and that's a formation they've gone with more since late in the third quarter. Play action, Rodgers stepping back at the 10, pressure comes, spins away from one defender, drops it off short to Corliss at the 18, rumbles out to the 20, the 25, drags a defender with him up the far sideline, and fighting his way out of bounds out near the 32-yard line. So from a near sack to a short gain to a pickup of about 12, and a Packer first down before Anthony Hitchens is able to wrestle him out of bounds.
And how fast this game can change. You're right, it looked like the Cowboys had Rodgers in the backfield for a sack. He just dumps it off to Corliss, 12-yard gain.
So instead of a first down, it's now 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap here. Here comes pressure again. Romo across the middle, looking for Williams. Catching at the 40, at the 45. Williams breaking into the secondary, at the 30, at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Williams diving into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. 76 yards. A huge third down conversion there for the Cowboys.
And there, Kevin, you see the difference in Tony Romo when he can set his feet and throw the ball. He hits Terrence Williams in stride on a slant route, and Williams splits the defense and outruns everybody to the goal line.
Well, backs him up now 3rd and 15, back at the Dallas 46. Rodgers calling out inaudible as he empties the backfield, sending Cobb out to the left. Three receivers out here to the right. Here's a snap. Pressure comes on the backside. Rodgers steps up, throws back across the middle. Pages 30. Adams cutting back at the 20. At the 15. Adams racing to the corner. Adams in for the Green Bay touchdown.
Well, nothing wrong with that throw, Kevin. Wow. I mean, it was actually pretty good coverage by the Cowboys.
1st and 10 here for Romo. He works out of an empty backfield, so 5 wide. Gavin Escobar's checked into the ball game. Cole Beasley on the far side with Des Bryant. Romo with time, steps up, throws far side, finds Beasley at the 45, and inches his way up the far boundary, stretching the football out, and it'll be an 11-yard pickup. Romo to Beasley, and another Dallas first down. Casey Hayward had the coverage, third-year corner out of Vanderbilt. Today's presentation of NFC Wildcard Round is brought to you by AutoZone. Get some of the money back that you put into your car. Head to AutoZone today for your free AutoZone rewards card. Let AutoZone pay you to shop. Get in the zone AutoZone. 20-14 our score. Lions with the football and the lead. 2:54 to play here in the third quarter. Running play here for the Lions and stacked up right at the point of contact. And nowhere to go for Joyke Bell as Anthony Hitchens coming in with inspired play, playing on that injured left ankle. And they need him because Rolando McClain is done for the day.
Moving in on 8 minutes to go here from the State Farm Center in Champaign, Illinois. Trice way out of the left wing, back beyond a three-point stripe with a right-hand dribble, moves across the top of the key. Hands it off to Valentine with the left hand. Jump stop finding Trice. 12 on the shot clock. Trice draws the double team. Costello moving away on the screen. Now to 6. Trice on the drive. Trice with the left hand. Trice with a finish.
Give it to the big man, the little big man. Especially when you got a coach like Kevin Ollie, intense, and he's yelling and screaming.
Here's Trayshawn Burrell, gives up the dribble. Now to Goodwin, top of the key. Ball fake, jump stop, hands to Johnson with a left-hand dribble. Free throw line extended, stops there. Nichols goes down low to Goodwin, draws the double team, now dribbles it back out. Fires across to Johnson. Sets, fires the three, and got it.
Johnson's a set shooter. You can't let him get both his feet together. And, I mean, he's shooting the lights out the ball right now.
Yeah, 4 of 6 from the field, 10 points.
2 of 3 from 3.
And when you turn and look at that defense, Kevin, led by Jackson Hood, Calvin Thomas, their secondary, Cole Luke, Reggie Daniels. If I'm an opposing coach, where do you attack this defense? They have to be the deepest team in the state of Arizona.
Well, these Desert Vista Thunder got a front row seat to that defense back in early October. The result, 35-10. It's a no-nonsense offense for the Thunder, led by head coach Dan Hines. They want to line up and come right at you. The question, Adam, is that enough to take down this dominant defense?
Kimmel and Wagner have done a nice job being the ball hawks. This is a Desert Vista defense that has 15 interceptions, 17 fumble recoveries on the season. On second and long, blitz comes up the middle. Pass is going to be picked off at the 44-yard line. He's got an escort on the return down the far sideline. For the return of 43 yards goes Matt Young. And the Thunder put another 6 on the board.
Well, Stephen Eddy, as a starting center now, Alex Lynn knows all too well the importance of pregame preparation and getting ready for the Rockets big man, Dwight Howard, tonight. And talking to him before the game, he said he went back and he has studied every possession that Howard has had this season with this Rockets team, trying to get an understanding of the nuances of his game, where he likes the ball, and more importantly, what Alex needs to do to keep him out of those sweet spots. He said, obviously, no dunks. You've got to move your feet, and most importantly, you've got to force jumpers or contested looks in the paint. He also went on to say that Kendrick Perkins of Oklahoma City has done the best overall job in defending him. Hoping to take some of those tips here tonight. Well, Stephen Eddy, we were talking recently about the Suns' need to get that killer instinct. We saw them nearly blow a 19-point lead to the Lakers the other night. Lakers were able to get it down to 6 before the Suns came back to win it. Tonight, they lead the Blazers by 25. We've seen this Blazers team mount already one rally, and the Suns have to be very wary because in the arena tonight is the game's best closer. That's right, Damian Lillard. NBA fans witnessed Lillard raising his game in the postseason last year, and he has not stopped. He comes in here tonight having scored the most points in the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter so far this season with 113, and he showcased that just a few nights ago when he scored 6 points to rally his club past Sacramento for a big win.
Well, 12-8, Phoenix on top of Minnesota here as we welcome you back to the Samsung NBA Summer League, coming to you from the Cox Pavilion here. Tournament play is underway, and guys, slowly but surely, some of the notable free agents still remaining on the board are finally getting some activity. Most recently, coming late last night, that would be Lance Stevenson, who departs Indiana after a productive, but, well, as we can say, at times volatile 4 years. Stevenson heads to Charlotte, where he gets a reported 3-year deal for $27 million. So he'll still have a chance to blow in LeBron's ear multiple times throughout the course of the season, guys. But this time they'll both be wearing different jerseys. The big fellow, Carlo Facinko, doing some work early in this first half as we welcome you back to the Samsung NBA Summer League. Action taking place here at the Cox Pavilion. A great first half for Facinko, following up a big afternoon yesterday where he went 5 of 5 from the field at 13 points, and he helped really get Minnesota going here in this second quarter as they lead the Phoenix Suns at halftime. Meanwhile, let's take you across the hall over to Thomas and Mack Center and give you a live look in where Charlotte and Dallas are matching up with one another, and we check out Rick Kamala and Brent Berry on the call.
And we send it over now to Kevin Ray, standing by with Tony Snell.
Thank you, guys. Tony, what a contest for you here. You get a 14-point lead, but a great back-and-forth battle. Your play in particular, just talk about the comfort level you have here in this second season.
You know, I feel pretty good. All summer, I've been lifting hard and just trying to add some stuff to my game offensively.
But what we saw out of Vince in New York, I hope he can duplicate a couple more times this season.
Yeah, season high 29 points, season high rebounding, and you like the variety of shots. And you talked about this a couple of weeks ago, wanting to see him attack the basket more, and we've seen that during the course of this win streak, and he'll need to sustain that if the Suns are to continue that success.
Well, you have to, and especially a guy like Vince who's a leading scorer. The way you continuously stay at the top of that scoring is by going to the free throw line. He doesn't get to the free throw line enough, so if he continues to go to the basket, he'll get back to the line.
Joined a club you're a member of as well, the 20,000 point club in that victory on Monday.
He's only a couple more to pass.
All right, for more on today's matchup, let's take you to sunny in Cleveland, or maybe not so much. We check in with our Tom Leander there at the Quicken Loans Arena.